Welcome on in, everyone. We are back, the cousins. This is Beard Talk with Kyle and Joe. I'm Kyle.
What is going on, guys? I'm Joe.
And welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. We are back with another review for you today, something that we're really excited about. This is a newer company. I feel like Joe and I haven't done a newer company in a while, so we're really excited to talk with you about it, dig into some of the kind of unique things that they're doing. So today, we're going to be talking about the Bearded Coast Grooming Company. And yep, there is some logos and some stickers for you. So just a real little bit about the company. The owner's name is Scott, really cool guy. Had a few opportunities to kind of go back and forth with him. Scott is out of Auburn, California, and this company just started back in April.
Right. Yep. So if you guys have not done so already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you're not missing any of our future content. And of course, we want to know how we're doing. And so please make sure to hit that thumbs up, thumbs down, and leave a comment and let us know your thoughts on today's video. But hang tight for this intro and we'll be right back.
All right, welcome back from the intro, guys. So let's go ahead and dive into the price. So at Bearded Coast Grooming Company, for a 1 ounce oil, you're looking at about $16. For a 2 ounce balm, you're looking at about $17. And then for a 4 ounce butter, you're looking at about $21. To me, this is the market average. Some people might argue it's maybe $1 or two above market average, but really for the most expensive item for that 4 ounce butter, $21 is pretty reasonable. What do you think, Joe?
Thumbs up for me. I think the prices are very fair.
All right. So before we go ahead and get into price and presentation, scent, and then feel and beard, we actually have something special for you. Let's go ahead and hear what Scott has to say about his new company.
All right, guys, what is going on? As you can see, we have a very special guest with us today. We have Scott from the Bearded Coast. Scott, how are you doing today, my man?
I am fantastic, sir. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, we're recording today, October 20th, on my birthday, and this video will be dropped on Saturday. So, yeah, let's just dive right into it. Scott, so we know that Bearded Coast is a newer company. You launched back in April. How's it been going? How is it being like a newer company mixed in with all these other companies?
It's good, man. I mean, it's the community is fantastic. Everyone's really supportive, and from the biggest companies to even the smallest companies have reached out to me. We all talk. It's really fantastic, actually. I mean, it's very saturated, but but that's okay. There's a lot of great companies out there. I mean, I'm always trying to find a new one every single week to try myself. It's kind of my thing. Like I still am a hobbyist. I love trying new companies, and again, just a fantastic community. The support is just fantastic.
That's awesome. So what are some of the things that you tried to do when you were creating your company to stand out? Like you said, it's very saturated. It's not easy to make it. It's not easy to be different. Everything from the feel and beard to the scents to the presentation. What was your angle with Bearded Coast?
Really to basically work around sustainability and being eco-friendly. That was kind of my driver around it, to bring that Cali beach vibe, throughout the labels, throughout the company, with even just the scent profiles like salty vibes, salty strawberry margarita and tangy dreams, dark and stormy. Just all these things are very Cali centric, and that's how I try to create sense. That's kind of how I like to represent the brand, but everything's really just building around being sustainable, eco-friendly, and doing as much as we can do to give back to the community, the bearded community, our local community, and then with the new tree program we're doing, we teamed up with One Tree Planted to plant the trees that have been lost throughout the West Coast.
Oh wow!
Fires.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, looking at some of your products,
Mhm.
You have, a relatively standard poured butter. Your balm is more on the firm side, I would
Mhm.
say.
Mhm.
Are those some of the things that you personally like in your beard? Like, is that what inspires you to make
Mhm.
and produce those type of products?
Yeah, absolutely. I've said a lot of the times too on when asked this question, I think um, all company owners, like as we're creating all this, we're really testing on ourselves, and we're doing with what we feel is so good for our own beards, which, it's going to be nice for other people, and then some other people aren't going to like it, and so on and so forth. So I think that we all kind of do that. We test on ourselves. We do what we like, and with tweaks along the way that customers give us, or supporters, reviewers, feedback, things like that, to just doctor it to what everyone's going to appreciate as much as possible. But that's the beauty of that saturation, though, too, is that you have so many options out there, and everyone has something so unique scent wise, and that's where you're really going to find a lot of that is scent, and their
Right.
butters might be a little different. And I mean, everyone's got such a different, unique approach and a company, names, vibes. So I think it's actually kind of cool that there's so many options out there for people to pick from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had, before we hit the record button, a very interesting story on the brown paper that you use for your wrapping. So when the customer gets their products for the first time, they kind of get a really unique experience
Yeah.
with it. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure. That's really built around that sustainability and eco-friendly vibe that I try to do. We don't want to use plastics at all. That's the gear, as sustainable and eco-friendly as possible. So we use compostable bags to send a lot of our smaller product in. Larger product goes in recyclable boxes with biodegradable tapes. We use with that wrap that you're talking about is a bubble wrap alternative. Again, not wanting to use plastics, I looked for any alternative that would keep everything safe, with a nice presentation, and would just be compostable or biodegradable. This wrap that I use is a corrugated kind of biodegradable recycled paper product. It's really nice, and I just wrap it up with hemp twine. So rather than using plasticky bubble wrap and tape to wrap it all up with and whatnot, I try to find that, and that just centers around the whole company itself is really just trying to be as sustainable and eco-friendly as possible. So that's kind of my driver, when I'm doing anything, is looking at that.
That's awesome for sure.
Yeah,
Now, what are some of questions here to kind of finalize here?
sure.
What are some of your goals for Bearded Coast? And then also, being a brand new company, there are some reviews out there, but not a ton. What would you want to let your customers know that are buying for the first time?
Sure. So every product you're going to get from me has been toiled over for like a year and a half. That's how long it took me to really create the oil blend, the butter, the balm. I really took my time and brought high quality natural ingredients. There's nothing bad in these products, and anything I put out in the future, which I'm working on a few things very soon, is going to be natural, good products, nothing bad in them. Um, I'm a cool dude. You can reach out to me for anything you need, any questions, anytime. I'm always on Instagram and always happy to answer them. If you have a problem with anything, reach out. I'm happy to address it. Um, I'm always listening. I really take every criticism in a good way. I want to hear the constructive criticisms, the good feedback, whatever it may be, so I can make things better. Because again, touching back on that, we create these things with ourselves in mind. So I
Mhm.
I, I love everything I've put out, but it's not going to be perfect for everybody. We all realize that,
Right.
and that's great. That's perfectly fine. um, so with doing that, though, as you're putting these things out, you're really starting to look at like what the feedback is from a larger crowd of people. So I'm always happy to find ways, and like Joe and a few other people have said, um, the scent profile was a little weaker. I've raised that up safely, and a lot of the oils, butters, and balms that I've done. So I've been tweaking little things here and there
Okay.
along the way. I'm always happy to do that
Mhm.
if it's safe, and it can be done right. Um, so I just want to let people know that when you buy from us, you're supporting a company that's eco-friendly, sustainable. We care about these things. We care about you guys. We don't want you putting harmful stuff on your face, your body, your beard, your hair. this is, you know, this is all good stuff. Our body's a temple. And then we don't want you putting any of that stuff in the trash can, you know, that's bad for the planet anyway. So we do that too. And that's on us. We don't try to charge anything for that. We try to stay in that company average where we're not overpriced and we're not underpriced. We try to do as right by you as we can. That's our goal. And then to give back as much as possible. So, yeah, we appreciate everybody, or I appreciate it. I should say we, but I appreciate everybody.
Well, that's awesome. You know, we wish you nothing but the best, and a huge thank you for being a part of our channel, giving us some of your time to obviously do a review on our end, but also have to hear what you, the owner, the creator, the whole thing has to say about your company.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys too. Thank you very much.
All right. All right. That is Scott, everybody. Hope you enjoyed.
Thank you.
All right. So a big thank you to Scott for taking the time out of his busy day to join us for that awesome information. So diving right into the presentation, and right off the bat, the presentation is one of my favorite aspects when it comes to the Bearded Coast. So I'm going to just kick us off with the oil first. And this is the oil bottle. Oh, it was working during the practice run. Kyle, help me out here.
Got it.
Oh, there we go. I always try to do it without the hand, but it never works out too well. So, yeah, as you can see, you got literally the cleanest looking labels that I have seen on a bottle. And even the small print is super easy to read. I love that bold black coloring to it. And then it's just so crisp. And it's the same thing all around for the balms and the butters. And of course, my focus actually looked good on that one. So there you go. Proof that it works. Right. You got the glass jars for the balm and the butters with the plastic lids, and then the typical amber bottle with the standard dropper top with the childproof on there. Dude, these logos are absolutely sweet. It's so clean. I love it. And then also what he does, which unfortunately I don't have anymore, but when you get these, you actually get to unwrap these in this cool looking brown paper that's very, very West Coast like, which totally matches his theme. An awesome experience all around.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I keep seeing more and more of that I love are the glass jars. I don't know what it is. It's just a better feel in your hand. But I mean, Joe, you nailed it. You nailed it, man. The look is just so crispy, super clean. This is one that's the first thing that stood out to me. That brown tight bag. You guys will see it if you place an order. And then just how clean the logos look really stands out on your shelf.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's dive into the scents. All right, guys, so we have two different scents that we're going to talk to you about. And the first scent is Scott's take on a barbershop, which is called his Old School. All right. And yeah, just like I said, it's his take on a barbershop. And the scent profile we're looking at is juniper berries, light lemon, tonka bean, and a mild musk. So one of the things that stands out to me right away, and I'm very interested that in the description, it's described as a light lemon, because when I actually smell it right off from the bottle, that's what I get. And I actually get it pretty hard. However, though, when it does hit my beard, that lemon does go away and that juniper starts to take over a little bit. And then as it's fading, that tonka bean comes in, which is really nice. The only problem that I had with this scent was that I only got about 2 to maybe 3 hours out of it. And it was a bummer just because it was something that I enjoyed so much out of the bottle, and it really just left me wanting more. Now, the good thing is, though, is that since we've received these products, we've had the opportunity to talk with Scott, as you've seen, from that interview that we did. He has improved on the scent strength from what he was telling us behind the scenes. So that is definitely something that I'm looking forward to trying on a different scent to see how much longer the scents last for me. What did you think of Old School?
Yeah, so that was interesting. I don't get lemon at all. That's
Oh.
when you said that, I was like, wow, okay. That was actually the first time I've heard the actual scent description. Obviously, I've worn this many times.
Mhm.
I like this. Scott described it as an old school barbershop scent. You don't really get the powder, which I like. I like the powdery scent. I'm just a little sick of it.
Right.
You really don't get a ton of powder. You're kind of just getting that fresh, manly, almost aftershave-ish type of scent. So definitely interested to hear that there was lemon in there. I really enjoyed this. This one was my favorite from Bearded Coast. This for me, this is everyday wear. I have it in the butter, and yeah, I have it in the butter, and I could definitely wear it overnight. I've done it many times, and I really enjoy it. For me, I'm getting about 4 hours. That's usual. I think because of the thickness of my beard compared to Joe's, I usually get about an hour more or so.
Mhm.
So definitely to amp up the amount of the scent would be nice. Like Joe said, Scott's working on that. Outside of that, though, I loved Old School.
Awesome. All right, so the next one that we're going to dive into is a scent called the Dapper Dude, and all his bottles look identical, so
Mhm.
don't really have to show that off there. But when we're talking Dapper Dude, we are looking at a profile that consists of bergamot, a lemon, lavender, mint, sandalwood, and amber. And yeah, I mean, just when you hear that profile and you read it, I mean, you're getting something that is just very, very relaxing, very calming. And
Mhm.
when we talked to Scott about this specific scent, he described it as like a West Coast type cologne, which at first, I wouldn't consider it as a cologne. But as he's talking about it, and when you really think of those West Coast aspects, it does make a lot of sense. West Coast, those kind of coastal colognes are so much different than a lot of the colognes that Kyle and I and myself are used to. When you get a lot of that muskiness and just manliness and oud and all that kind of stuff, this is something that is very fresh and very relaxing. I love wearing this closer to nighttime, but it is still something that you can easily wear during the day. The only issue that I had with mine is just like Old School was just that the scent just didn't last as long as I would have really liked. But again, I'm really looking forward to seeing how much stronger he made those scents. But Scott did mention he's very careful on making sure that he's still meeting those guidelines and making sure that everything's safe, which is what's most important.
Right, right. Yeah, so Dapper Dude was good. I definitely liked Old School better. Very subtle, very relaxing, very calm. And to be honest with you, there's most days I like scents like this over like a harsh, musky type of scent. I am curious to give it a try once it is a little bit stronger. This one scent duration lasted a little less, call it 2 to 3 hours,
Mhm.
which I'm not surprised looking at the scent profile. You got the lavender in there. Typically, that's the way those go. But I really enjoyed it. The best way to describe it is it's a very soft, calming scent. You're definitely not going to offend anyone, but you still get that scent in your beard. So, I mean, overall, I liked it. Definitely just scent duration with that one.
All right. All right. So let's talk about our favorite segment, and that is Feel and Beard.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and start with the beard oil. First things first, let's go ahead and read what the ingredients are in this oil. So we have coconut oil, hemp seed oil, avocado oil, castor oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba oil, apricot kernel oil, argan oil, metafoam seed oil, fragrance, and essential oil blend. So how did this oil feel in my beard? I loved it. My beard absolutely loved this oil. This is one I was actually a little surprised. I didn't read over it real close. I'm surprised to read that there was castor in here. To me, I would say this is in between medium and light
Mhm.
viscosity.
Yeah.
Um, it soaked right into my beard. It felt so good. What I actually enjoyed doing with this one, since it's a lighter oil, is I put beard oil in fresh out of the shower, hit it with my heated brush. Then I just put like 2 or 3 drops more. And when my beard was warm, I could just feel that oil soak right in, styled beautifully. Joe, what were some of your results?
Yeah, so you know what? As we're starting to do this more, and I'm starting to put more products in my beard, I'm really, really starting to learn what my beard really likes. And two of the profiles in here, which is the hemp seed oil and the metafoam seed oil, I've never had bad experiences with those. So now that Scott has put these two together in one bottle, my beard absolutely love this oil.
Hmm.
Just like Kyle, it soaked in so nice. My skin was nourished, and I just had some excellent styling days when I had this in there. And my beard was soft pretty much from the get-go. And those are the things that I'm looking for when I can tell that an oil is made well with top-notch ingredients. And that's exactly what Scott has. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about the oils. Absolutely love them.
Right. Well said. Completely agree. All right. Let's go ahead and go to the beard butter. Just absolutely love this huge tub. I know we're on to scents, but something about these
Right.
glass bottles, man, I love them. All right. So
I,
in the beard butter,
yeah,
what's that?
you're good. We're on the feeling beard.
All right. I'm just lost. All right. So we're looking at shea butter, mango butter, kokum butter, cocoa butter, coconut oil, hemp seed oil, avocado oil, castor oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba oil, apricot kernel oil, argan oil, metafoam seed oil, beeswax, fragrance, and essentials. So you can see the same oils plus a few butters plus beeswax. So this butter overall, I really enjoyed. It made my beard nice and soft. To be honest with you, I would definitely wear it overnight, but I actually enjoyed this one more during the day.
Mhm.
So certain butters have a little bit of texture to them. Like, you know, when you first scoop them out and then when you rub your hands together initially, you feel like those little pieces of butter in there. You got to give your hands a few rubs together to melt them down. This did have that, but what made it unique in those type of butters overall, super creamy texture. So I definitely enjoyed it overnight because it made my butter really soft. But like I said, I really like this during the day. It gave a little bit of hold just on those flyaways. As you guys know, my beard loves to bush up right here. I'm wearing it right now, and it's sitting down really nice. I was impressed with the butter.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm right there with you again, man. Um, this is just something that really reminds me of like birthday cake icing, getting it out, and it does have a little bit of that grit, which normally I'm like opposed to, but this actually melted down so easy that the grit is only noticeable when you initially are scooping it out. Breaking it down in your hands was not bad or difficult whatsoever. And yeah, I mean, my beard was soft right away. I enjoyed having both of these scents in at night, going to bed with, and just the next morning, complete softness in my beard. And that's
Right.
everything that I look forward to, and just really executed well.
Definitely. Well said, brother. All right. So our final product here is the beard balm. This is my style of beard balm. I absolutely loved it. I got to say, my favorite product was the beard oil. It just felt too
Mhm.
good. But if you're looking for beard balm and you have a beard like mine, I like between medium and firm,
Mhm.
typically. And that's exactly what this is. You can kind of see the scrapes there. So this is the kind of balm where you can get it out with your finger. You don't need a pick, but it takes a little bit of work to get it out there. But a pick would make it easier, but by no means is this like a wax where it's really hard to. But I'm going to steal a line from our buddy Mo, the beard shark. He said with his balm, he likes to hear the stick when he does this with his hands. You do that. You feel that with this balm. It's really going to hold your flyaways down. Me personally, I just use like a pea size in my hand, put it over the top, a little bit underneath to prevent the curl. I was good to go for the day.
Excellent. Yeah. So I am a big fan of those balms that are mostly going to nourish and not, I don't have to worry about it being concrete on my face or anything like that. Scott was able to execute a balm that offered the perfect amount of firmness for me and my beard. I definitely give it that on that more firmer spectrum, just like Kyle. It takes a little bit of effort to get out, but putting it in my beard was not easy, or was not hard, I should say, whatsoever. And yeah, I mean, it did everything that it was supposed to do. It took care of my problem areas, and I still felt like during the day I was getting some extra nourishment. And as we had mentioned, you know, for the scents, as much as we wish they lasted longer, having the butter or the balm in with the oil did kind of boost it a little bit as well, which is always a nice bonus too, because the scents matched perfectly with the oils from both the butter and the balm too, which was great. I really love this balm. Spoiler alert, I will tell you that if we ever do a top 5 balm video, this will definitely be on the list.
Wow. Big statement. That's awesome. So as you guys can see, we're talking 2 thumbs up from the cousins when it comes to the Bearded Coast. Make sure you guys check it out. So we actually do have a discount code for you. This is not an affiliate discount code. This is something strictly for you guys. We're going to go ahead and put it in the description below, but it's going to be Beard Talk 15. That's going to save you 15% off any beard products on the site. I do believe Scott mentioned that's good for life. So you can go ahead and use that, save yourself some money. But that is all the time that we had for you guys today. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I think it's on this side. Go ahead and click our logo there. Right. Go ahead and click our logo and get subscribed. We'd really appreciate that if you're enjoying our content. That's all the time that we have for you guys today. But as always, keep it growing.
And we will talk to you at the next one. Cousins out.